Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest games in the Premier League for Manchester United has arrived. The toughest tests that we may have to face in the Premier League. I know people might look at that and see that and say, what are you talking about? But Southampton have had a very good stretch of games this season and towards the end of the last season. And without a shadow of a doubt, they are one of the better teams in the Premier League this year. They currently remain 7 unbeaten. Can Manchester United find a way to crack that code and get a very essential victory to put us towards the top of the table? Let's find out right now what I think. Let's do it. What's up everybody, it's the Aidan Sports Show and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Manchester United versus Southampton match predictions video where I go through the Manchester United starting 11 that I believe will start against Southampton and give my honest and true match prediction at the end of the video. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Manchester United can beat Southampton? And is this victory one of the most important victories that we will face? At the end of the day, I believe we are currently sitting at 13th on the table with still teams yet to play. A victory against Southampton will only add us further up the ladder to hopefully eventually get into those top spots where Manchester United should be belonging to. Now, at the moment, there are teams like Liverpool that have dropped points. Very unfortunate for Liverpool, but they've dropped points to Brighton. We have teams like Tottenham and Chelsea that will be facing each other today. Arsenal and Man City, you expect. Man City already won their points. You expect Arsenal to win as well. This is going to be a very important game for Manchester United to keep up with those teams at the top of the ladder and also to make sure that the teams behind us stay behind us. We need to win this game. Southampton is no easy feat. No easy test. We have a hard game against PSG after this. This is the most important game at the moment in this period of time for Manchester United. We've always seen when we have a good performance, we follow it up with a bad performance. Can Manchester United break out of that cycle and perform 2 good, solid games in a row and go to PSG and once again perform, have a good game? That's what we're going to need. We can no longer accept mediocrity and then world class, and then mediocrity and then world class. We need to fight back against that. We need to be consistently good. And if we cannot find that, then all of the things that we're talking about with the manager, with these players, with our front office, with Ed Woodward and the Glazers, the owners, all of that will be proven right. And most of it is already proven right, but there are some things that we still have a glimmer of hope with, and that is how this team performs on the pitch. Now, it's great to see that there will be fans for the next game against West Ham, so I'm very looking forward to that as well. I'm happy that fans are going to be back in the arenas, at least for the London sides and some of the other teams as well. Manchester, unfortunately, will not have that, but this game at the moment will have no fans. So we have to treat this game like we treated every other away game. We have been in very good away form for Manchester United. In most games, we have won away. It is time to take that to the next level here. We must win this game. So with that being said, let's go into what I believe Southampton, the kind of team that they are. Southampton, in my opinion, are a very good, well-rounded team. They have one of the best attacking players right now in the Premier League that is scoring major goals for them. They've done very well. I believe they are 7 games unbeaten, as I mentioned before. And over the course of, as Ollie said, over the course of 30 or 40 games, they've done it very well. Been one of the top sides in those 30 to 40 game stretches. So you can't take it past Southampton to beat Manchester United. You absolutely can't. They're a good team. And you can't look beyond Manchester United potentially beating Southampton. This is going to be a good game if we perform and if they show up as well. These two teams, if both of them are able to take it to the very best that they have, I'm expecting a fantastic game here. I'm expecting a few goals here. And hopefully Manchester United and Southampton will be able to deliver and send the fans home happy. But hopefully the win is what seals it for Manchester United. A win is the only thing that's accepted here. 1-0. I don't care if we park the bus all game. If we win, we need to win this game. But unfortunately, performances still do matter for some people. At the end of the day, performances do matter. It won't matter as much to me this game unless we just absolutely just stink up the joint. But I just feel like the win is the most important thing here. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, time to go into the starting 11 for Manchester United versus Southampton. For Manchester United, at least, the starting 11 in goal is David De Gea. Look, I think he made a very strong point in starting David De Gea in the Champions League tie against Istanbul in the last game when he could have easily rested him. It's clear that David De Gea is the number one. It's clear that David De Gea is the best goalkeeper that we have. And it's clear that David De Gea is still one of the best goalkeepers in the world on form. All of that is very, very clear for Manchester United. So, in a very big game like Southampton, how are you going to drop David De Gea? The question is, and the answer is, you're not going to drop David De Gea for this game. It's as simple as that. If Dean Henderson starts, I'll be just as surprised. Will I be mad? Kind of. Honestly, I would kind of be mad because David De Gea has been in very, very good form. If we end up conceding a rather easy goal, then of course things are going to flip to Dean Henderson, and I don't want to see that happen because I think Dean Henderson's a very capable goalkeeper. But we wait and see. I think David De Gea is the right way to go for this game, and hopefully he ends up bringing that form over to Southampton. Right back, we've gone with Aidan Wan-Bissaka. Now, Aidan Wan-Bissaka, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said about him that he is still a question, just like a lot of the players that I'm going to mention in today's video. They're a bit of a question mark. Will they be able to play in this game? And for me personally, I think Aidan Wan-Bissaka will play in this game. He came off around 60 minutes against Istanbul, went straight to the locker rooms. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whenever there's a question that could be in doubt for these players, they end up still playing. Aidan Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion, is a player that will probably still play. Out of all the people that he said are questions, I expect at least one player not to play. So, I don't know who that's going to be, but I think Aidan Wan-Bissaka should be playing in this game. Again, we're going to hope they can have a good game. He can be attacking. He can be an attacking presence, and he's obviously a defensive presence. And hopefully, the positioning is there. Hopefully, he gets everything right, Aidan Wan-Bissaka, because that's what we're going to need out of him for today's game. The centre back position. The first one I'm going to go with is Victor Lindelof, another player that is in question for this game. It's pretty straightforward why he's in question. He came off at halftime against Istanbul. Hopefully, he does come back. I don't want to see any players get injured, man. I don't want a Liverpool situation where their entire defense is getting injured. And then they end up giving away easy points because of that. We've already given away enough easy points this season. I don't want to have a repeat of what Liverpool are having, what Chelsea might have, what other teams in the Champions League like Man City might have. I don't want to see that. I want to see our team healthy and ready to go for the upcoming season and hopefully take advantage on these other teams, which unfortunately are just getting injured time after time. I don't want to see that happening to Manchester United, but Victor Lindelof is a player that could very well be injured, and we don't know how long he'll be out for, but I do think he'll be ready for this game, and hopefully he comes in and has a solid game. He's had a solid stretch of games for Manchester United over recent times, has been better than Harry Maguire. But if he can't stay healthy, then obviously we need to take care of these players first. Next up, we've gone with Harry Maguire at the left centre-back position. Harry Maguire against Istanbul, a lot of people did not rate his performance against them. A lot of people don't rate Harry Maguire in general, but as the captain of Manchester United, I can only expect that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to play him. There's no reason not to play him at the moment. Again, if we have an injured centre-back, Harry Maguire is basically forced to play unless you want to play Rojo in the centre-back position, and I don't think many people want that either. So Harry Maguire is going to be starting for a lot of games for Manchester United. Maybe it's with Victor Lindelof, maybe it's with Axel Tuanzebe, but the fact of the matter is Harry Maguire is going to be that consistent pairing with the other guy. So he's going to be the consistent in that pairing duo, and hopefully he can carry this Manchester United team to a defensive clean sheet, and hopefully the other boys on the other end, the attacking force, can get those goals because we need them. We need the goals today. We need the creativity. We need the attacking presence. We need the venom. We need the lethalness of our attackers. We need that tonight. If we don't get that tonight, slim pickings for this win. We need to get those goals whenever we can get them, and hopefully the clean sheet will play a very big part of that. Left back, I've gone with Alex Telles. Absolutely no reason why Alex Telles shouldn't be playing today either. Very good performance against Istanbul. Attacking deliveries into the box was great, and I want to see him continue playing. In the Premier League, it's a different story. His first Premier League debut wasn't the best. He was average. Defensively, he seems to be fairly good. I'm not sure if it's just beginner's luck or if it's because he is a proven left back. The Premier League is a very tough place to be a fullback. I'm not going to lie to you. Again, when you're up and down, you're always out of position. It's going to be tough for some left backs to play in the Premier League. But Alex Telles seems to be getting on the right foot. He is a proven left back, in my opinion. He has been world-class for quite some time. but he's playing for Manchester United now, and that class doesn't matter for any other team. It matters for Manchester. So, very good game and a very average game. Let's see where his trajectory and his career will kick off. So many games to play, so much adaptation for Alex Telles to still come into, and I think he'll be ready for whatever comes his way in the future. Let's go to the CDMs. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that midfielders Paul Pogba and midfielder Scott McTominay has not really come to training. It looks like they're injured. So Scott McTominay will not be playing this game most likely, and neither will Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba got injured again. That's a very big concern considering how many injuries he's gotten last season, the season before that. He seems to be getting a lot of ankle injuries as of late, and it's very, very bad for his career if he wants to move, and it's very, very bad for Manchester United considering even if he doesn't play, if he doesn't start, he is more than capable to come off our bench, and he's more than capable to start against some teams and do well. So him getting injured, again, I'm not surprised. I've seen this for many years now. He does get injured a lot. But I hopefully he can come back soon. As much depth as possible. Injuries are going to happen with this team. We need to see that depth come into play. Moving on, we'll start off with the players that I think will play in this game. First things first, I'm going to pick Fred, the most consistent player that we always seem to pick. Fred from Manchester United, one of the most consistent players in the Premier League, one of the most consistent players in Manchester United, one of the most consistently hard-working players in the world. Very, very simple why you pick Fred in this game. I don't need to repeat everything I say about Fred. I always say the same thing when I talk about Fred because the same things keep occurring. I think he's well and truly deserving of this starting spot for as many games as it can come to him. He seems to be very, very, very capable of playing multiple games within a stretch, and hopefully that can continue because the more that we play Fred, I think the more balanced and a little bit more safe that we are with Manchester United. Next to him, now this is interesting. Istanbul, we played Donny van de Beek in that position next to Fred, and we got a lot of tenacity, we got a lot of running, and we got a lot of quality in our passing from that duo. But will that work against Southampton? The one thing I always said when we versed Istanbul is that the game was a lot more open with those two as CDM because they're not naturally CDMs. They will get exposed in the CDM positions. Will we be willing to take that risk to go and attack Southampton and provide some quality from the midfield and from the attacking force? Now, we were very, very good against Istanbul in the first half. In the second half, we were not that great. We gave them belief. I'm not blaming the subs. Is Donny van de Beek the right choice for Manchester United? Personally, I think the more we play Fred and Donny van de Beek together, the better that they will get at the positions that they play. The CDM position is not naturally Donny van de Beek's position, but he has played there before and he is capable of playing there for Manchester United, but it's not natural to him, so it needs to come with the games, with the game time. And the more that we see that, the better performances we should see in that position from Donny van de Beek. And then we have an opportunity to play Donny van de Beek in every midfield position considering he can play all of them and he can do it well. So I would like to see Donny van de Beek play today. Now, will Ole Gunnar Solskjaer see it the same way? I think it's between NemanjaMatic or Donny van de Beek. And I think in the Premier League, he's going to pick the safer option. I think he's going to play NemanjaMatic as that defensive role. At the end of the day, injured Victor Lindelof and a very uncertain Harry Maguire, that centre-back pairing against a good side will be attacked. And Donny van de Beek and Fred will be good quality on the ball. We might have more possession. We may win that midfield battle, but the counter-attack, getting exposed from our centre-backs is something that I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be very, very, very prepared for. So I think NemanjaMatic is where he's going to play. We'll see if I'm proven wrong. I would love nothing more than Donny van de Beek and Fred to play. I love that Donny van de Beek should be starting for Manchester United and everyone sees it. But we just have to wait and see if that is the right pairing on the night. Because I do see, against maybe a PSG, I can see Donny van de Beek starting. I'm not sure about this game though. We have to wait and see. I want Donny van de Beek to start. You guys want Donny van de Beek to start, but I'm pretty sure Ollie is not going to start Donny van de Beek. But we wait and see. NemanjaMatic might be the key here. If NemanjaMatic is carrying an injury that no one knows about, then of course Donny van de Beek will start, that we don't have anybody else that can play that position. Going into the cam position, I've gone with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes had a very good rest after the 60-minute mark for Istanbul. He's gotten a little bit of rest and a little bit of energy to come into this game with all guns blazing and hopefully to add multiple goal tallies to his name, multiple assists to his name, create some goals, score some goals, and let's see what we can do. That's the most important thing for Bruno Fernandes at the moment. The fact that he got his rest allowed him to maybe come into this game a little bit more well prepared than what he would have been if he stayed the whole 90 minutes, played an extra half an hour, and chased the game. Because a lot of that game, when Bruno came off, we were chasing that game. So it was going to be a little bit tougher. And it's same to go with players ahead of him as well. But especially for a game like Southampton, I think we're going to need Bruno Fernandes because we need to get those goals. Moving on to the attacking force. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that the attacking players are available. Now, Rashford could be carrying a knock. Again, he was another player that got substituted. I'm not sure if Rashford will be playing or not, but my suspicion is that Rashford will always play. If he is even a little bit hurt, he will end up still playing. That seems to be the type of character Marcus Rashford is, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing to do. I think Marcus Rashford is going to play today. So that's the first person I'm going to talk about. Now, with Marcus Rashford, had a very, very decent showing against Istanbul, created a penalty, scored a goal from the penalty, also had an offside goal. He was very, very lively in that game. He created a lot of his own opportunities. Istanbul is not Southampton, however. I think Southampton are a better side than Istanbul, to be honest. And the fact is that we are going to need Marcus Rashford at his very best today. Whether he can provide that or not, we will wait and see. But if we don't see the best out of Marcus Rashford today, we could end up struggling. Same with the other two attackers I'm going to go with. On the left, I'll go with Anthony Martial. And I know that may surprise a lot of people. Oh my goodness, Cavani might start again. Well, the thing is with Anthony Martial, he looked pretty dominant on the left against Istanbul. Did he create a shot on goal? No, but he beat a lot of his men off the dribble. He's a fantastic dribbler, Anthony Martial. He is naturally a left winger, as he is naturally a striker. Those are the two favourite positions, and with the interchangeability that we can see from Manchester United, Martial should be playing in this team, whether he is the striker or the left wing. But I do think despite the fact that Mason Greenwood is kind of struggling with off the ball issues and he might not be getting the game time because of that, we need to pick our best lineup. And unfortunately for Mason Greenwood, who will probably miss out this game unless I'm mistaken, if Mata plays, I think that's a big mistake. If Dan James plays, I think that's a big mistake. So I think Anthony Martial should be playing on the left wing. And I think up front, we have to play Edison Cavani. Edison Cavani looked pretty good against Istanbul. But again, Istanbul is not a side where I say, if Cavani plays good here, he can play good anywhere. Now, I know Istanbul beat us, so it does make that comment a little bit nullified, but that's just the way that I see it. I don't see Istanbul as a better team than Southampton. They are a good side. I'm not saying that they're not, but they're not better than Southampton in my opinion. So the fact of the matter is, Cavani, if he looks good in this game, then we could say he should be playing more regularly. He should be starting more often. He should be starting against PSG, West Ham, Man City, all these games that we have coming ahead of us. He should be starting because that's the only way that I can see that Manchester United play Cavani is if he impresses in this game. I think he should get the start in this game. I think he will get the start in this game, and hopefully we can see a very good Edison Cavani, the goal-scoring Edison Cavani, the opportunity to actually have a shot on goal, which is something that the boys behind him needs to provide for him. So that's the team that I'm going with. I can't lie to you. Looking at this game, Southampton is a very big game. Now, we versed Everton and we managed to beat them very comfortably away from home. So I'm going to back Manchester United in this game to do the same with Southampton. Everton were a great side. They were atop of the league when we versed them, I believe, or in the top 3. They were more than capable of beating us at that time. But Manchester United found a way to win that game, and we actually played very good in doing that. So I suspect that we should do the same thing away from home against Southampton. My prediction is 2-1. Manchester United, I find it hard to believe that they will ever keep a clean sheet. But I do hope that we have enough quality in the front line, whether it's Cavani, Bruno, Rashford or Martial, whoever manages to get the opportunity on the night, hopefully we have that quality to seal them away. Martial and Rashford have been struggling in the Premier League. Cavani hasn't had many opportunities to play in the Premier League. He's got 1 goal to his name. Bruno seems to be the only player that actually has that quality in the front of the pitch. But hopefully that can all change. We have the quality, but we don't have the consistency. And hopefully Manchester United will be able to find that in the attacking force today. My scoreline is 2-1 for Manchester United. Hopefully we can see this with a victory. If we do end up winning this game, I believe we go to around 6th position where Everton is at the moment, where Aston Villa is. Man City have won their game. Arsenal, I don't know when they play. I think they play around a similar time to us. Chelsea and Tottenham still play. Liverpool drew. The fact of the matter is there is an opportunity for us to climb the table today. Tottenham or Chelsea, draw or win, one of them are going to lose points. Liverpool have lost points. Man City have won. If we win, we stay ahead of them and we keep them in our radar, because at the end of the day, both Man City and Man United have a game to play. This is a very important game. I can't stress it enough. A victory here is absolutely essential. Manchester United, go and get it done. The game is very, very soon. I will see you in the match reaction again, hopefully with a smile on my face and a victory to our name, and up the table that we go, and hopefully we can stay there for the rest of the season. Hopefully we can go to first. Hopefully we can go into the top 4. That's what our goal should be. That's the aspirations that we need, and let's see if we can get there. Have a wonderful and safe day. I'll see you in another Manchester United video. Take care and peace.